Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we're going to be checking out another car, of course, from the latest update DLC for GTA Online. And today we're going to be checking out a rather interesting car that I believe to be an unreleased car. Maybe by the time this comes out, maybe it's released, but as I'm filming this right now, it is an unreleased car. So what is it? It's this. This thing right here. This is the Comet SR. This is supposed to be a little bit more of a modern version of the Comet that we've got in GTA already. And take a look at this. This is supposed to be based on the GT2, GT3, 911. This is given me from the list by MG Games 100. This thing in online, when it comes out, will cost $1.1 million of in-game credit. In fact, to be precise, $1.145 million. So, pretty expensive. This is supposed to be a sports car. It's not the fastest, but I said that before. And as it turned out, I said that about a sports car that was actually bugged and was one of the fastest cars in the game. So who knows, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I believe this is not the fastest, but it's still pretty quick for what it is. But I've got to say, it looks lovely. Just take a look at this. And also, I'm just going to reverse next to this car right here, just so we can look at that for a second. I wonder what that is. We'll have a look at that in another video. Yeah, let's just move it back down here. So let's just have a look around this thing. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely not like the Comets that we've got in this game already. Very interesting front. These lights are just weird. And they even say Fister on them. That is a lot of detail if we get up close. Fister. Right there. Written on the lights. And we go around. And then on the interior, it's also got some bars already inside. That seems to be a standard affair. And there is the rather lovely looking interior. Get a load of that. Can I just say, by the way, that this camera mod is so much better than the in-game screenshot thing. Forget just roaming around cars. Definitely still need the in-game screenshot for modifying the cars, but just for looking around, this is a really nice mod. And then we have the Fister Comet badging on the rear. We have the carbon fiber vents and stuff like that. This is very nice. So what I'm going to do is not press that button. Good God. Let's just press that button, so we just jump back down. There we go, and jump back in. I'm going to take this over to Los Santos Customs, and I'm going to do one online build, and then I'm going to go afterwards, pop outside, spawn another couple in, and we're going to use V-Stance, and we're just going to use the trainer mods to try and make something nice and unique that you wouldn't see online. Just nice, something that you wouldn't see anywhere else but on this channel, I guess you could say. Just some nice, unique builds. So, let's go ahead and jump into Los Santos Customs, but before we do, actually, there's going to be some comments on the screen while I sort this all out. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. And here we are. And can I just say, there is something called trypophobia. And it is basically the fear of, like, patterns in nature, I believe, and just things like holes. And whilst I wouldn't say that I have it, but I can definitely pick up on when things might grill someone and make someone feel a little bit uneasy. These lights are sort of doing that. There might be some people that might feel a little uneasy looking at these lights because they are just really weird looking. And if we just have a look around here, what have we got in the light section? Nothing. I wonder, we might not be able to change these headlights. That might be a deal breaker overall. But let's see. So to start with, we've got some brakes, race brakes, bumpers, front bumpers. We have just not that many options, just a few. We've got the stock, we've got the primary colour, splitter on the bottom there. We've got the secondary, and then we've got the competition splitter. So I'm just going to go straight for that, I guess. I have a feeling that all three versions are going to have that in it. So, yeah, well, we'll have to see. But let's just make this first one a bit crazy. Seems like on the previous video we were a bit subtle on the first one. And then for the rear bumper, we have the stock, we have the primary colour, then we have the secondary colour. I might actually make that just, I guess we'll make that stock because then that has the matching carbon fibre all round. I don't know, actually, let's try this. Let's go for primary colour. And then go for primary colour splitter on the front and make this all just nice and bright in one single colour. Then on the chassis, we have the stock, We have the primary intakes. These are on the side, actually. There we go. We can make those primary coloured as well. And secondary colour. Let's go for primary colour on that. I tell you what, this style also, for some reason, I guess it's that rear window bit, sort of looks like a GTR to me. I mean, there's definitely that height of the roof is definitely a bit higher, but that rear bit, for some reason, just for a split second, reminded me of a GTR. Don't know if anyone else got that, but yeah, it's definitely supposed to be a little bit more of a Porsche. Then on the engine, we have some upgrades, level 4. On the exhaust, we have the stock. We have the twin exhaust. Let me just rev these out so we can see these a bit better. There we go. So we have the stock, we have the twin, we have the angled dual exhausts, then we have the oval shaped exhausts, and the titanium tipped exhaust. Now, this oval shape, I feel like fits the whole cutout for the exhausts quite nicely. I feel like that's a Porsche thing to do. Even if it's a 90s Porsche thing to do, it's a Porsche thing to do. I'm going to go with oval shaped exhausts. There we go, now I can stop revving. Then onto the fenders, we have the stock. Then we have the extended arches, which is only slight, but again, it's going to make the wheels look lost in the arches if we were to do this in online mode without V-Stancer. I'm never really a fan of these extended arches without V-Stancer, so for this build, I'm going to go for stock. Then onto the hood, we have the stock, we have the secondary colour, and we have the carbon. I'm starting to wonder, seems like we've gone for primary everywhere else, we might be able to get away with a carbon fibre bonnet on that one. So I'm actually going to fit the carbon hood on. Then we have horn, lights, plate. For plate, let's just go for this. Just make it black. Why not? Just a bit nice of a vanity plate. Then we'll leave the race plate till last. We have the roof. We have the stock roof. We have the primary roof. We have the secondary roof. I'm just going to go for primary roof on that one. I'm starting to feel like maybe I should just go for the primary on the hood as well. Yeah, do you know what? Why not? Then on the skirts, we have the stock. We have the primary. We have the secondary. We have the competition. We'll definitely leave that competition for the next build. Primary all round it is. On the spoilers, we've got a nice selection, it seems. We have the stock. Woo! Then we have the apparently also stock. Ah, interesting. Then we have the carbon version of that one. Then we have the primary colour spoiler there. Secondary colour. Carbon fibre. And then we have these race ones. Primary, secondary, carbon. I think... I don't know. These ones actually, they don't look too bad on this car, I've got to say. Maybe we'll just go for... Seems like I want to go for the full colour. Let's go for that primary spoiler there. So it could all be one colour. Then we have suspension, sport suspension, transmission, race transmission, turbo tuning, wheels, and windows. Let's go for a nice light smoke on that one. These wheels do look nice, and they do fit well. I've got to say, anything in tuner is going to make these wheels just a little bit too small, so we're definitely going to have to go for the sports section if we are going to change these wheels. Let's see what we've got down here. I mean, something like that is nice. That's going to work on a Porsche. That's going to work on a Porsche. That is going to work. That Uzo is actually really going to work quite nicely. I tell you what, that wheel on the rear is very flush. That is very close to the arches. For a stock offset, that's pretty close to the arch compared to what we normally get with cars in GTA. But let's go for the Uzo. Why not? And for the colour, we'll maybe make that just a nice stone silver. For the tyres, we could go for some tyre design. But do you know what? No. We're going to keep that nice and neat for this one. And let's just go back up for the respray and see if we can't pick a nice colour for it. And do you know what? Seems like I'm getting some RUF, CTR, Yellowbird, whatever the thing is, vibes from this. I'm going to go for yellow. This is my favourite colour for a Porsche. I think it's because of the rough RUF thing. I just really like yellow Porsches. So do you know what? Yellow, that's going to be great. And what's the secondary colour on this? I don't know if it is anything. I can't see anything changing colour. It doesn't seem that we have a secondary colour for this one. Nope. Okay, we'll leave that. And that is that. All done. Get a load of that beauty. That is pretty nice. In the full single colour, I've got to admit, that works. It's definitely got some 90s vibes on there. And it's definitely quick when it's tuned up. Whoop, there we go. This is pretty nice. But we need to get a little bit more crazy. We need to get V-Stancer out. We need to start making some more severe and crazy versions of this. So, I'm going to pull up over here, spawn in another one, and let's go mad. Okay, so here we are with it all spawned in, and I'm going to do this as a time-lapse build because we already know all the parts. So let's go. Okay, here we are done. And can I just say, this is probably the best color we've ever had on a car, ever, in any of these videos. I basically just went to the set randoms color, and this came up. And we've even got like some sort of champagne color wheels. This works. I don't know why. I just think that looks incredible. It looks utterly amazing. But we haven't done the V-Stancer yet. But we have got all the competition thing on the front. We've gone for the competition on the side. I made sure to get rid of the carbon on that because there's definitely too much carbon. I wanted to keep the carbon just along the bottom. But I did go for the carbon fiber bonnet. I'm starting to wonder if perhaps that was a mistake though. If I wanted to keep the carbon fiber just down the bottom, I'd definitely want to get rid of that. So I'm actually going to do that now and just go back to stock. Oh, that's made it so much better already. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Right, so that's that one done for the base. Now we're just going to go ahead and do some V-Stancer work. And actually, there's not much to be done with this. If we wanted some camber, sure. But, am I going to make this the carb? Okay, do you know what? I'm going to make this the sort of crazy stance one. And then the next one, I'm actually just going to make the wheels smaller, just because I'm curious to see what it would be like with some slightly smaller wheels. But I'm going to make this one the sort of like show car-y stance nation sort of thing. So, there we go. Let's just get some camber. Should we actually go for some more? Every time that I go for this subtle look, people have a go at me that I didn't do it enough and that they really want to see some crazy stuff. So, would this be the right car for it? Or am I really just going a bit mental now? I'm not entirely sure. I can't do it. I'm going to have to put less camber in. Because it just looks just a little bit too stupid. I mean, that's right on the edge. As far as I'm concerned. But that does look super flush. And we can also go down just a tiny bit more, I think, there. Yep, that is right on the arch there. That is properly slammed. If we start moving, this car's going to look stupid. And then on the front, we just need to get some more front height down. Like that. I don't think we're really going to do much. I like the staggered stance look. You guys also like me to try and match them. I don't know. Let's give this a try. Let's try and match. Yeah, it's going to have to just be tucked in slightly on the front. I'm not entirely sure about that one, but we can make it lower then if we're going to have that on the front. Like that. And maybe just tucked in just a... Yeah, I'm not totally sold on that one, but if you want the crazy, there's the crazy. Right there. That thing is pretty mad. Let's just get this out into the sun just a little bit more. Look at the colour of that. That is a beautiful colour. I'm just in love with that for some reason. Let's just jump out and get into this camera mode and just have a closer look. That is nice. I mean, we've definitely got this bit going on, but of course, it's not supposed to be this low. But there we are. That is completely flush. Right there. Oh, look, we can have a nice look on the inside as well, so you can see that is very much flush. It does look nice, though, I've got to say. Right. Let's go ahead then and try the third build. Okay, so I've done with the base build, not the colour. I mean, what I've basically done is I've gone through and made everything secondary colour bonnet, splitter, side vents, rear bumper, roof, and when you go to random colours, it goes for a random primary, secondary, and wheel colour, and it creates these amazing multicoloured styles that you could not get anywhere else. There's definitely, I mean, I always swear by menus, but there's some fun paint things with this mod. Look at that. There is some interesting stuff going on right here. But I think these are just a little bit too wacky for the build that I was going for. I mean, we've even got some Christmas style ones going on here. But I think I'm going to do something nice and subtle. So I'm just going to go for primary. And I'm just going to go for just a white. Just a nice normal white. Something like worn white. We've also got utility, so we can have that like a sort of satiny. So we could go for the worn off-white with that one. Because it's just Really nice. I like off-whites. I'm always a big fan of off-whites. And then for the wheels, I'm thinking, well, we could go for gold again, but I am thinking of something like red for some reason. I don't know why, just this white and red look is just singing to me. Something like that. I think that can work. So there's that done. So now let's jump into V-Stancer. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the size of the wheels and make them smaller. Just a little bit smaller. I'm just curious to see what it will look like if I make the wheels smaller. I'm always just really interested in that. And also, I'm going to go for some super wides on this one just to have a really stupid look with some really deep dish. Right, so let's go ahead and fix the collisions on that one to about there. And then we'll do the same on the rear. There we go. And I'm not going to do much in the way of camber. I'm just going to go for just wide. Let's just go ahead. And I'm actually just going to use visual lowering for this one. And bring this down as much. Oh my god, look at how low that is. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I guess that some of you guys aren't really going to be into that style. I've got to say, actually, we can't get that flush to get it that low. But for some reason, I don't know whether it's just because I grew up sort of in the Euro style look, where it was, you know, all big on small wheels and big drops and smoothed out things. But I, for some reason, just love small wheels. I don't know why. I think that looks pretty cool. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when you consider what this car is as, you know, a fast Porsche, whatever, it then makes it look stupid. But when you're just thinking about, you know, it's just a sports car, if you sort of just take that out of your head that it's supposed to be a track car, whatever, and you just see it as sort of like a pretty show car or something like that, I think that works. And also, by the way, I didn't go for a spoiler. I felt that I'd leave that blank. Do you know what? That could be a whole lot worse. There we go. That is the 3 builds. That is everything for this video. Let me just jump out so we can get some nice closer look, because I really love just using this camera thing because it's just a lot smoother and a lot slower than the other one is. Look at the stancing on this. It's ridiculous. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below, which one do you prefer? Maybe you just don't like any of them. Maybe it was the first one. Maybe you did yours in a different way. When this comes out in GT Online, you can also send me pictures of how you built yours on Twitter, at Figureight for my Twitter. Links to my Twitter are in the description below, as always. I'm still not convinced about these things. I mean, I can see that there is actually a glass bulb that I never noticed there before. But I'm definitely not a fan of this inside bit. Maybe there'll be a mod that comes soon where people fix that and just make it look a bit more cool and normal. But there we go. That is these amazing Comet builds. Comet SR. Done. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.